Hey everyone, this is Mr. Martinez, and today I'm going to show you some multiplication strategies for the zeros, ones, twos, and threes. So let's get started. So, learning multiplication, it's a big deal in third grade and beyond. So the best way to learn your multiplication facts is to actually memorize them with enough practice. There are other strategies that are important to understand, but they do take more time. So one of the strategies is called building arrays, and it works every time if you can draw rows, columns, and count correctly. So when we build arrays, the first thing we need to know is the first number is the number of rows, and they go from left to right. The second number is the number of columns, and that tells us how many in each row, and they go up and down. These two numbers are called factors, and they're the two numbers that you multiply. So factors is the actual name that you call them. The product is the total square tiles that you count. It's also another name for answer in multiplication. So the first thing we want to do is turn that 3 into 3 rows. So here's the first one, there's the second one, and here's the third one. We label it, and then we go to the columns, which go up and down. Here's the first one, here's the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. And then we label it. Now we have our 3 times 4, or 3 groups of 4. Next, we need our product, so we count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then another 4 makes 8, and then the last 4 makes 12. So the product or answer to our multiplication problem is 12 when we're done. Okay, so that's building arrays. We're going to move on to multiplying by 0. And when we multiply by 0, it's called the zero property. And anything, I mean anything, multiplied by 0 equals 0. So let's take a look at this first problem here. We see the 0, and it's multiplying to 8. It doesn't matter where the 0 is. So when we multiply 0 times 8, or 8 times 0, the answer is, you guessed it, 0. Let's try another one. So now in this problem, we have 0 times, hey, that's me. Well, I did say anything, so let's multiply it. 0 times Mr. Martinez equals 0. Yeah, hey, that's not cool. But I did say anything, so it's fair. Multiply by 1 is called the identity property. It also has a special name. And multiplying by 1 is like a mirror. So it gives you that same thing back. So when the other number looks at 1, it comes back. So 1 times 6 is going to give you 6. It gives it right back. Next problem, let's do another one. 4 times 1. So we pay attention to the 1. It's going to become a mirror, and that means that 4 should be coming back. There it is. Oh, looks like we have another example. All right, let's try it out. 1 is a mirror. It's looking at, you guessed it, me again, Mr. Martinez. That means I should be coming back? And I did. So 1 times Mr. Martinez is Mr. Martinez. All right. Twos. Twos are pretty fun. And with twos, you get to double up. So when you multiply by 2, you just have to double the other number. So here we're paying attention to the 2, and that means we're going to double the 7. So we're really saying 2 groups of 7, and we're going to add it with repeated addition. So 7 plus 7, 2 groups of 7 equals 14. And we should memorize that from 2nd grade. So that means that when we get that final answer from doubling, that 2 times 7 equals a product of 14. Threes. Third time's the charm. If you know how to multiply by 2, then 3 is really just one more group away. So paying attention to the 3, we're going to turn it into a 2 problem. So instead of 3 times 9, we're going to turn it into 2 times 9. And that gives us 18 when we double up the 9. But remember, we didn't need 2 times 9. We needed 3 times 9. So that means that we need to add one more group of that 9. And when we do that, we get 27. So now that we have 3 groups of 9 with 27, that means that 3 times 9 equals 27. So turn the 3 problem into a 2 problem real quick, and then add one more group of that other number. Well, that's it for multiplying zeros to 3s. Remember, there are lots of strategies, but memorizing them with daily practice is the absolute best. You have to put practice in. So I hope that you enjoyed this little lesson, and I'll check you later for some more multiplication strategies. See you soon. This is Mr. Martinez. Bye.